Welcome in. Welcome in, y'all. We live. Happy Friday Eve to you guys.
Yes.
Amen to that. You guys have successfully made it to Thursday, which means that tomorrow, once you get off of work, you don't have to go back. If that's how your job is.
That's how your job works.
That's how your job works. If you're
celebrate with those.
Yeah. Amen. And for those who don't operate like that, we're still here with you. We're praying for you. And the goal is for everybody to retire because
everybody
stuff is ghetto.
It's giving very ghetto. It's giving very ghetto.
I don't understand. But anyways, definitely guys take the time to share, like, comment, and let people know it's time for ReHash. Sometimes I want to say, and make sure you subscribe. YouTubers, and make sure you subscribe.
Hit the button.
I promise you we're going to get through it. Today, I just want to get a few things out before I dive into. But I mean, you guys, I'm sitting next to none other.
Oh my God.
Pastor Hope. I'm going to be professional and say Pastor Hope.
I'm so
and I'm going to tell you why I said that. We're going to get to that point.
Oh my.
Yes, amen. But special shout out. I have to give a special shout out in a minute. So special shout out to the kids. Special shout out to the kids. All the kids, the youth, whatever age range, just like middle school, elementary, even high school, ranging in that, even though you guys are like pre-adults, kind of. For those who are in high school, it's just a tad bit. But shout out to you guys.
Yes.
I don't think there's a lot of recognition going in that area. So especially those who, your parents work constantly to provide and things of that sort. And maybe you guys are not always having the good times of communicating with them, or even the times where it's stuff that you think about alone, go through alone, that you haven't really shared, just continue to stick in there. It gets somewhat better, right? It gets better. It gets better. It's just a part of the journey, part of the process of growing up and just. So you're going to always evolve in that. But anyways, not to dive too deep in that. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the kids.
Shout out to the kids.
Shout out to y'all today. Today is the national days. You know how we go through our national days today. So yes, I think you're going to love the first one. I know you're going to love the first one. Today is National Puppy Day. Oh, when I saw it, I was so happy. I was like, yes, the puppies get their time. So, yes, I love that. For those who have the puppies and stuff like that, those little cute little, I like to consider them babies. They're so adorable.
I'm still waiting on my granddaughter.
Oh, he's coming. National Puppy Day, and also National Chip and Dip Day.
Oh, I'm a avid fan.
That's why I'm like, this is gonna be good.
We should have had some.
Yes,
this would have been a nice day for
some chip and dip.
Yes.
So I mean, you guys still have time. Walmart is still open.
It's still open. The Mexican restaurant.
Yes, I'm telling you, they don't close until they close.
And salsa.
Yes. So National Chip and Dip and National Puppy Day. If I were you, I would go grab a puppy instead. It kind of lasts longer, and it's a little bit more, therapeutic and stuff, in my opinion. I mean, a chip and dip is good, but who doesn't want to get a puppy? You tell me. You put in the comment section.
I want a grand dog.
So you don't want the puppy?
I have one grand dog. I'm waiting on my second grand dog. But I think I'll go with the chips and dip.
Oh, okay.
I don't like the responsibility of a puppy. I like having grandparent responsibility. So I'll chip and dip, and you puppy, and then I'll keep it. You can come eat chips and dip while I puppy, and then you take puppy back. Or puppy can spend the night. Puppy can always spend the night.
Y'all get your ass. I'm just. We can have two puppies. Anyways, we'll talk about that later. We can talk about that later.
We're gonna have a discussion about puppies later.
Because I'm not understanding, but definitely, you guys go grab that. So. Now we are diving in to where I be in their business, and I say their business. Sometimes you'll have Pastor up here. sometimes you can have Mama Hope up here. See, I try to be professional, say Pastor Hope. Anyways, you'll have Pastor Hope up here. So either one, you know, like I dive into their lives just as happy, at least to also let y'all get a little vibe into it.
Yeah.
Whatever case may be, you know, it's always good to check in on your pastors and see like what's going on in their world. I don't think it's being nosy. I think it's just trying to check in. Like,
just a check.
You good?
Nothing
right?
wrong.
Yeah.
So,
that's
how we need.
Yeah. So how was your week?
It's been an interesting week. Mm-hmm. I did a lot and didn't do anything. Which is crazy. But
I think we can all relate. I'm gonna put my hand up.
You've been really busy. Like you're not laying down all week. And I had a lot to do, but it's like I don't really know what I did. I just know I did a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Especially when your body feels like you did a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I definitely know it's Friday Eve.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
It's almost it.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not alone. You're not alone. If you know Pastor Hope is not alone, just go ahead and click. You are not alone.
Please, somebody.
Isn't that
somebody in the chat? Yeah. Yes, you are not alone.
Click hashtag you're not alone. So, no, I can relate to that.
How was your week?
It seemed like the same, and you know, part of me also, like that other side. I've been for the past 2 weeks now.
Okay.
Let me get to it. For the past 2 weeks, I've been looking at my agenda. I put myself back on like a routine type. So I print out this template, and it takes you through Monday through Friday. Sunday through Friday.
Okay.
Sunday through Saturday. It's usually like that.
Okay.
Start Sunday and Saturday. So yeah.
That's
how it took me. And then also like priorities, things that you want to do, goals, appointments, like it just has it all like laid out for me. So I've been filling those out for the past 2 weeks. And it's been pretty good. It's been working out pretty good. So I was like, I'm able to see like, okay, I did this, I did that. I'm able to check things off. And it's like, it's been helping. I'm not trying to put myself on that like strict agenda, but I am trying to like really make sure that if I'm
giving
saying
yourself
it,
some accountability.
Yeah, definitely so. And
we all need that.
Yeah, I've been carrying it around and stuff. So it's been good.
That's great.
Okay. But I've been moving too. I feel like my body's been
It's time to
rest.
Time to chill.
It's time to chill.
Time to lay on somebody's beach.
Okay. Yeah, we gotta talk about that too. So, we got a lot to talk about after. But yeah, so definitely something I wanted to also ask is there something new that you added to maybe like your regimen or something that you have brought back, you know, that you would like to share?
Something new that I've added. I don't know. Something new. Not that I can think of. I don't think I've added anything new. Outside of going back and looking at my list, me and Joe sat down beginning of this year and we wrote down 300 things that we were expecting God to do. That's by the end of the year. It was very hard to do. And so I keep looking back at that, but I'm seeing stuff. Now I know we're not supposed to check off till December, but I'm like, oh, that's done. Yeah. Okay, so it gives me a little hope. Yes. It's moving. It's moving.
Okay, yeah, I like that. That definitely.
That's something else. Little checking out. You know, sometimes in life, because you can feel like it's getting like another year, like everything else. But if you go back and look, when you keep that record, you go back and look, some things are changing. So I did make the right decision. I did better myself. So
I like how you said that too, because sometimes we can forget, like. Just continue and just go. Like we hadn't really like checked in and say, hold on, wait, I didn't even notice. That's been done already. You know, you still worried about, well, I got this left. It's like you're just going, but it's like taking that time to like really go back. So
and then sometimes the small things can get lost in waiting on the big things.
Oh my gosh.
Because like, you know, one of the things on my list I don't mind sharing is that I want to be a millionaire.
Yes.
So I can get stuck on the fact of, well, I'm not a millionaire yet, but there's so many other small things that have been answered, which I think lead up to the big things. Yeah. And so I think sometimes the small things get lost in the sauce. Yeah. Oh, as they would say. And so it's good to go back and be like, oh, okay, so this.
Right. Like, oh, I did get my own change. I did do that.
This this is an ongoing battle.
Oh, okay.
I did do that. Yeah.
You're right. Thank you. So yes, the small things do get lost in the songs. Oh, that is too funny. Woo-woo. But definitely, if you guys would like to share something that you added new, to your weekend, if you did, that's okay. Like something that you brought back. It's not new, but it's something that you were doing 5 weeks ago, 5 days ago. You just happened to slip up on it, and you realized that and just bring it back. So definitely share. We'd love to hear that. I can't let this go. I can't shake it. But to ask about Friday night.
Oh my.
When you came in the room. When you came. I promise you I won't interview you on this. I won't take too long on speaking about specifically Friday.
Okay.
I'm gonna take my time.
Take your time.
But,
take your time.
But that's not even the whole thing. But I just have to ask, what got into you? And whatever it is, do you mind sprinkling a little bit in the church, especially in the room when you get a chance, just go in the room.
Just go sprinkle a little bit.
Also in your granddaughter's car.
Yeah. Just sprinkle a little bit.
Yeah, sprinkle some on She-Hulk for me too. And just, yeah.
So
the famous question.
It was crazy because I had an outline, I had the text, and I was like, I want to preach this. Mm-hmm. And I was literally battling. I almost felt like I wasn't preaching at home. I felt like I was preaching out. I was very nervous. Mm-hmm. I was like very anxious. I was like, I went through a lot of changes.
Yeah.
I went even in the back, being transparent, trying to get prepared to go out. I was literally back there. I was trying to put on stockings, and stockings were ripping, and trying to fix Spanx, and Spanx weren't Spanxing. And I'm like, I don't know what's going on in here. And my sister was back there with me. She said, stop. And she began to pray. And so I got up there. It was so crazy because when I came into the building, I still didn't have a full voice. I was still struggling, hadn't been able to speak all week long. And I walked in the building, and then Pastor McCants was setting the atmosphere, and I just began to travail out, and I felt something come off my throat, literally. Yeah. And I go, get it out, whatever the case may be. And I was able to talk, and I was like, this is crazy, because he had said to me, watch, when you get spree, it's going to miraculously clear. And it did. And like, even now, this is so much better than last week. I was like, it was gone. It was done. Yes. But it was even when I decided to send Pastor McCants on this sabbatical that he has not been on. We'll talk about that another day.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. ReHash part 2. Even when I decided to do it, even when I took the assignment to take on stepping into that more of that role, I felt an anointing on me in pastoring. Yeah. That I hadn't walked in before. And so I think that's where the authority and the anointing is coming from, because that's what's on me. That's what's in me, but now I'm walking in it, walking it out. So that's all we got there Friday.
We got there. I do want to say that as I was watching online, I was making my noodles, and you said, I don't know what it was that you said. I was trying to pour, the little excess water out. And I dropped all my noodles. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. Lanaya was watching me, and she can, testify to this, because I said, ain't no way, Mom. I dropped my noodles. But it was such a powerful, I don't want to just call it an experience, because that's something that just lasts for whatever amount of time. It was just this new wave of like you really birthed something into a lot of women that day. And far, near, close by, whatever, especially over the phone virtually. Like, it was just this thing that I was just like, I don't ever want to play with myself again. I don't want to play myself again, because if this is what it looks like, I'm all in. Like, wow. You got me. And I said that every time. It was you know, you know how I am. I said, oh, okay, all right, you got me. You got me. All right, that's for me. That's for me. And it's like I just couldn't believe it. It was just everything was just spot on. I just know that. Just thinking about everybody that was like that really helped you out in that moment, like your sister. You know, just being there, and like, you know, your husband, but you know, to us, our pastor, who was like there for you and stuff like that, and just people who know like the condition of. Yeah, you sound like you've been in a lot of concerts. Oh, you know, like you was. I said, "Wow,
it was crazy." Yes. Like I had battled for ever since we came back from Florida. Mm-hmm. Thought it was my sinuses, so I was popping Claritin and popping nasal decongestant pills, mm-hmm. and then all of a sudden I had this cough that wouldn't let me sleep at night. Couldn't breathe. I was popping the inhaler. I'm like, something's got to give. Yeah. Like this is. Yeah, not it. Mm-hmm. And so even after preaching Friday, like I hadn't been coughing like that. I couldn't sleep. I was coughing so much I was about to throw up. Right. All that's gone. It's like, wow. Yeah. So I really believe that the assignment that I had was great and it was fulfilled. That's why the attack was so great on me beforehand. Mm-hmm. Amen. Yeah. We definitely appreciate it. Most definitely. Like I said, I wasn't going to stay on the revival too, well, on that night too long. Yeah, that was very powerful. The whole revival itself, especially with Minister Brandy, Williams, Thursday, just, you know, blessing a lot of students and just continuing to just bless the church as a whole. And then going shout out to Minister. Right, shout out to MB. We gotta give her some type of. I like that MB. Mm-hmm. She's something great. But yes, definitely shout out to her. And then also just Saturday, how special. I don't know someone's name, but earlier that Saturday, Pastor Shy. Okay, yes. Having him. Definitely shout out to him. Yes. You know, coming in, and then Lady C. Absolutely. Lady C, and definitely, you know, the praise team. Oh yeah. Our praise team and all that stuff. So just and then Pastor coming in, closing it out. It's like the whole revival itself just seemed like this. Well, I'll backtrack. Going into at least I like to express like when I think of like revival, I'm thinking of like. I don't want to just say an amusement park. Y'all just follow me. Thank you. Just go into this amusement park, and you specifically picking like your experience. So going through and saying, okay, well, I'm going to go on this specific ride, and you know, like how in the beginning they see, okay, you got to be this height, or you got to be this, whatever it's going to be, and then you go on this ride, and it's like you go through so many shakings, upside downs, dark times. The light up, fast down. Like, you know, this is this interesting experience. Just like once you get off the ride, you can't stop talking about it. Yeah. And then as soon as somebody mentioned, "Oh, did you get on this ride before?" and it's like, "Oh, yes," and then the experience come right back to you. So it felt really good. You know, whether I was watching via Facebook Live or actually being in the room, hearing about it, whether you know, like whatever it is, it's just like it continues to register. Yeah. Like it's just there. It's like you start to feel it over again. And I think a lot happened in revival for a lot of people, for everybody. Like no one can't say that they left. Not you know, not nobody right. You know what I mean? So that's definitely what I'm going to dive into. Just because, just to get some notes. Maybe if you guys are like note taking or just really like taking those mental notes. On what to do after. I know like we had a series of what's next, like after this, you know, like especially like after revival, having those segments and things of that sort. So my thing, and just want to be on like a little personal note, and not too personal, but what is normal for us to feel right now? Like for somebody who came in and it's not the same now, you know, like should we feel the same way?
should we maybe act in certain ways? Like, you know, just getting that type of experience. Like, where should my mind be at this moment?
I think that at this time, you're going through a whole lot of emotions. You're feeling revived. Actually, the revival was literally a reviving. It was a refreshing. It allowed you to drop some burdens and some weights you've been carrying. And so now you really may be in the headspace of, well, what's next? Mm-hmm. Where do I go from here? How do I keep this feeling? How do I stay on this track? How do I stay free? How do I stay in his presence? Mm-hmm. You know, because it's one thing to come into the presence of God, and it's another thing to not want it to leave you.
Right.
And so I think that in this setting that you have to maintain what you received. Mm-hmm. And it's very important that you put practices, reading your Bible, studying your word, even going back and rewatching some of the services, mm-hmm. rewatching some of the sermons. Put a regimen in place that's going to cause you to be. It's just like all the revival did was light the flame. Mm-hmm. But you gotta put something there that's gonna keep it burning. You gotta add wood. You gotta protect it mm-hmm. from the elements around you. You gotta keep the kindle on it and tend to it. You know, once you light a fire, that's not the end of it. Right. You gotta keep it. And so it's important that you put something in place that's gonna allow you to keep that flame going. Because if not, it's just gonna blow out again. Mm-hmm. And then you're left with coldness. You're left with emptiness. You're left with darkness, you're left with loneliness, and so you got to keep that going.
Yeah, I definitely understand the flame and just keeping it going as you're saying. Which also brings me to a question, and this is like more of a question from Mama Hope. So, and just to hold us accountable, I think we are a church who don't really mind being convicted. Absolutely. You know, I think, you know, that's just how we grow. And things of that sort. So, did you see, or maybe have you noticed, like us maybe being sidetracked from the Exodus service?
I won't even say from there. I know within the last couple of months, let's say the last 6 months or so, even before then, I've noticed that a lot of stuff was going on, and I knew that Pastor Hope was needed, but I knew that Mama Hope needed to step up, because a lot of stuff was going under the radar. A lot of stuff was not being dealt with, and my girls needed that authoritative mother figure to come in and say, no, this is right, mm-hmm. this is wrong, mm-hmm. this is what it's going to be. We're not settling for this. Yeah. This is what we're going to do. Mm-hmm. And I have always been the passive mother. Oh, come here, let me hug you. Mm-hmm. Let me love you. Let me feed you. Let me nurture you. Let me grow you. Let me hear you. And that hasn't changed, but a part of mothering also mm-hmm. means, no, get yourself together. Yeah. No, we're not doing this anymore. Yeah. No, this is not what it's going to look like. No, you're not settling in that, you know, and that part of me was not there, was not as active, because I just, come here, let me, come here, let me just, you know, and so I had to get to a place where I was comfortable enough to say, if I am your mother, if I'm going to be your spiritual mother, I should be able to correct you and you not walk away. Mm-hmm. And if you walk away, then I was never your mother. Mm-hmm. And I'm okay with that. Yeah. So Mama Hope is here. Yeah.
So I said that's a question for Mama Hope.
So there was a lot of stuff that was going kind of under the radar. There was a lot of stuff that wasn't being addressed. And even in the midst of everything that was going on, I heard the cry for the mother. Mm-hmm. And so I knew I needed to respond, just like in a natural. where if a baby cries, the mother knows when the baby's crying because they want attention. The mother knows if they're crying because they're wet, or whatever the case may be. But the mother knows the needy cry of her child. In the spirit, I heard the needy cry of my children. And so I had to show up. And I'm not just here for a season, I'm here. Yeah.
Amen. Amen to that. Can we just get some? Go ahead and put some likes in the chat if that was part of if you was part of the crowd. I'm go ahead and put my hand up. But no, that is so good. That was definitely a question that was needed, and like you said, a mother knows. Oh, yeah. A mother knows. That's exactly what happened Friday. I'm just going to tap on that again. That's what happened Friday. So I guess another question that is like right after revival, how should we handle those urges? How should we handle those things that maybe want to creep?
It's going to come. It's because you're trying to break some habits. You're trying to break some cultures. You're trying to operate in a new norm. And so the things that you've always done, the things that you've done that you had no business doing, they will come. Mm-hmm. But what's crazy is this. We'll be in a place, right? Mm-hmm. Everything about us says, I don't want to be here. Yeah. We get a chance to be free. We become free from that place. When that place is presented to us, it always looks good, but we never remember the pain of the moment. If we can remember why I wanted to leave that place in the first place, we won't be so quick to want to go back. There was a reason why I wanted to leave. Even if you look back in the Bible at the children of Israel, they were in bondage, they were in slavery for all those years. And when they finally got free and they were out in the wilderness and God chose to feed them daily instead of letting them store it up. Mm-hmm. And so they had to rely on him to do it daily. And the uncertainty of everything, it talks about how they began to remember the melons and the fruit and the stuff in Egypt. In Egypt, we never had to worry about where our meal was going to come from. It always looks good on the other side. Yeah. But there was a reason why I wanted to leave. And I think sometimes that we can't allow the familiarity of what it was to pull us back in, because there was a reason why. I knew it wasn't good for me. I knew that it was detrimental to me. I knew that it was killing me. I knew that it was hurting me. I knew that it was feeding the brokenness in me. And so if I walked away from it, there was a reason. And as much as I may have a desire for it, I got to remember that reason and not go back. Right. Yeah.
Definitely something just remembering why you left in the first place. Oh, yeah. And I think if a lot of people, I know a lot of people in our church went to revival with the expectation of, it's some things I do want to leave behind. Mm-hmm. It's some things that I definitely would like to be free from. So it's like you come in with that mindset already. And, just personal or, being transparent in those moments. It's like, it has been times where when we do have our revivals or we have these services that sometimes I came to with the expectation of something that happened like twice. Like I came in, been free, probably relapsed, got back on, and then it's like, no, I gotta get this off of me, please. it's like every time you are continuing to like fight and not, make those same mistakes, and like after a while, like it gets to the point to where it's just like, okay, enough is enough. Like this is like I can't keep coming. I have so much I want to get rid of. Like, I can't keep coming with this rid of thing, like So I like that. I definitely like that. Just knowing that they're gonna come, but just knowing how to. No, I'm not putting myself back in that.
Going back in there. Absolutely.
Amen to that. Yeah. One of the things that, and it's not like a Mama Hope question. It's like one of those questions to where, like, you talk highly of your sister. Yes. And must we say, we love that. We are so happy of that. Like, honestly, everyone, it's nothing like having a sister. It's nothing like having a sister who holds you accountable.
Oh, yes.
You can have a friend, you can have a sister, you can have whatever, you may want to call it a diary, I don't know what terms everyone's using and stuff like that, but to have a sister who holds you accountable.
Oh, yes.
Is nobody who just, yes, you want that sister that's going to be up to everything that like, girl, let's go do this. Okay. Like, but that sister that's going to make you come into some type of moments and it's like, ooh, she hurt me with that one, but I needed that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, I needed you to tell me that. And I needed you to tell me maybe the way that you told me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I know.
Just like that. Like, don't sugarcoat it. Let me know. So my question is, how do you see us, or how maybe, would you like to see us hold each other accountable at this moment to where, like, I'm not going to let my sister fall. I'm not going to let my brother fall. I'm not going to let my mother fall. Anything, like, how do you see us holding each other accountable?
I think that it's very important that we keep each other accountable. But in the same sense, we have to be open to understand everybody may not receive that accountability. And it's okay. I've had,
That's so good.
Because even like as a church impact, yes, absolutely. We're supposed to hold each other accountable. We're supposed to encourage each other. We're supposed to uplift each other. Absolutely, 100%. I'm all for that. Mm-hmm. But there are some relationships where that's just not what it is. And it's a strange place because I feel like this. If we're supposed to be in covenant together, if we're supposed to be sisters, and I don't use that term loosely, like if we're going to be sisters, right, I should be able to hold you accountable and you should be able to hold me accountable. Mm-hmm. And if we can't hold each other accountable, then are we really sisters? Mm-hmm. Because it makes no sense for me to see you doing wrong and see you being detrimental to yourself, and I do nothing. Well, that's her life. I mean, she grown. That's not okay. Yeah. Because for me to see the bus coming at you, about to hit you, and I don't yell, "Hey, get out the way!" Am I really your sister? Or are we just acquaintances in passing by? I mean, for me, I believe that we put titles and relationships on people, and if we really evaluate it, that's not what it is. But we hold on to years. We hold on to experience. We hold on to good times. And I think that we hold on to loyalty. But sometimes you can be loyal in a situation where your time is up. I think that sometimes you can hold on to it because, well, we've been through this together and we've been through that together, and but in the same token, if I can't come to you in accountability and you can't come to me, then are we really in that type of covenant? And everybody is not going to be able to hold you accountable for everything. That doesn't mean cut everybody out your life who is not in your inner circle. I have to say that to you because you will be like, that's not what that means. But everybody has certain places in your life, and you treat that place accordingly. There's some people who are just for work. There's some people that are just for business purposes. There's some people that are just for whatever. Everybody has certain aspects, but if you're supposed to be my sister, then we're gonna be sister. And you can just be, hey, and we can move on from there. We can't afford to give covenant to people who aren't going to stand with us. Yeah. And I think we give a lot of people space in the name of friendship, in the name of sistership, in the name of relationship that are not with us. Yeah. Right? They don't have our best interest. They're not holding us accountable. They're not going to be there for us. It's just when you live your life, I live mine. Then why are we sisters? It doesn't work. And I made a choice for me. It doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
It doesn't work for me. And not saying that I necessarily, I'm looking for somebody who's going to stop me from doing stuff. That's not it. But I'm looking for somebody who's going to have my back, even when it comes to hurting my feelings, to show me love, to give me tough love.
Yeah.
Because if you can't hurt my feelings in love, why am I here? Sometimes my feelings need to be hurt. Sometimes you say, no, you were wrong. Fix it. You know, but we're not on that level, then what are we doing? Well, we don't talk like that. Then what are we doing?
Oh my God.
If I can't say to you, Joe, go get your oil change. Then what are we doing? You know, it's
in love, but it's
in love.
Yes,
and it comes from a place. Now, I will say this: there's a difference between tough love and abuse.
Yes,
there's a big difference, and you have to know the difference, because tough love is holding me accountable. Tough love is pushing me into my purpose. Tough love is causing me to walk into who I said that I'm called to be, and who the person sees me to be, who they've called to be. Tough love is not abusing me, talking down to me, treating me in account. That's not tough love. But if I'm going to have tough love, sometimes my sister needs to say to me, you need to get yourself together. I had a friend one time, we're not friends anymore, so I won't call names anyway. But it was way back in middle school something. And I remember saying to her, you need to keep your legs closed. You coming up with a reputation for yourself. Why would you tell her that? I'm supposed to be her friend. Y'all talking about it behind her back. I'm trying to tell her in the face. I'm trying to help her out to know, hey, this is what people saying about you. And it's becoming true. Like, you need to get yourself together.
Yes.
If you're my friend and you can't say something like that to me, come on. And I'm not going to give you that title. And we got to learn sometimes people outgrow titles in our life. And sometimes we gave titles that were not earned. And we hold people in places just because they've always been here. But they're not qualified for the position.
Especially if I'm growing.
And we're growing together.
Right. Growing together.
Yes.
And you can't handle that part no more. It's okay.
It's okay. And we don't have to be angry. We don't have to cuss each other out. We don't have to blast each other on social media. There was a time in the Bible where the disciples were walking together and they couldn't get along. They couldn't agree, and they parted ways to go and do their own thing. Sometimes you can part. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay to say, hey, I believe our friendship has run its course. I wish you well. You wish me well. I'll clap for you from the other side of the room. You clap for me. And we just, why everything got to be nasty? We don't got to be nasty. We just walk away. I don't want to be at church no more. I can just, hey, Pastor, I love you, love the ministry. It's just not for me anymore. And I can just walk away. I don't have to cause a whole hoopla and take 40 people with me. I don't have to have an entourage. I can just walk away. It's okay to walk away. It's okay. Peacefully. And there's some relationships we need to end peacefully. Yeah. It's run its course. It was good. You were great for me in that season. I'm not there anymore. You were great for that moment in my life. I'm not there anymore. At some point, the baby has to get out of the walker and walk. And it's okay to part ways with the walker and say, well, little walker, this was nice, but now I got to do it on my own. Some people, everybody in your life is not meant to be in your life forever. And I think that if we recognize that, we won't hold on so tight and we won't hold people past their time. Everybody's not a forever friend. Yeah. And there's some people, well, we've been friends this many years, and it's run its course. Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. All right, well, wish you well. And this part ways peacefully. Yeah, definitely peacefully. We don't have to be angry. Let's not be angry in 2023. Please. Nothing. I ain't gonna tell y'all. I don't have to tell all your business on social media. I don't have to tell everybody what I did for you. You don't have to tell everybody what you did for me. We can just literally part ways. When people ask, she's doing good. She's doing good. And leave it at that.
Yeah.
I don't talk to her no more, girl. Ever since that, come on now.
And then get mad.
When we get mad.
You just tell the wrong person. Oh no, oh my gosh, you said so many like things at that moment. It's just like that's truly like being. If you just follow, and it's not hard. It's not like something that has to be that deeply. Everybody don't know how to hold each other accountable at times because we are a little afraid of, I don't want to say too much and then it hurts the person's feelings and things of that sort. But like, like as you said, you can't hurt my feelings, which is helping me.
Yeah.
It's help me. Help me. Don't let me drown.
Don't let me drown, please.
All the time. You see, I have my days where maybe I want to float a little bit. Yeah. And I float too much. Like,
help me. Don't leave me out there.
Please. Please. So I think, that's definitely just something that we should definitely, knowing that this is what we should do, holding each other accountable. It's just like, if I know Sister Sheena, and, and she's probably been not braiding as she said she wanted to. Mm-hmm. Hey, sis, what happened to the flyer you said you was going to make?
Yes.
Yes. I'm not saying that she ain't going to make her flyers. But, what happened to this? Kimani, what happened to you saying that you want to host this? For, just like reminding each other. And I know it was said earlier, especially during revival and things of that sort, just like, if we know things that we are like looking to do, and you see maybe I'm a little stagnant, have probably forgotten a little things, probably getting stuck out there in the well or something. Like, say something.
Say something.
Call me. And y'all can call me.
And Pastor is great about it. He will make a phone call in a minute. So what's going on with your this? Mm-hmm. I know sometimes he'll call you. Oh, when you doing this, when you doing that, when you doing this. Pastor.
And I do it too.
She be in distress. She really, and I'm sure some of you all can attest to as well. And he will call you and go, whatever. But we can do that for each other.
Yes.
I ain't seen you post about your business like that. What's going on?
Mm-hmm.
I know you said you always wanted to do this. Are you still thinking about it?
Yes.
We can do that for each other.
Yeah. It's together.
It's together we make.
Oh, that is so good. That is so good. Oh my gosh. Like I said, the revival has just really blessed me tremendously. And to only think that we're in March. we're in March and knowing, the rest of us that we have left, and not to push fast forward, not to try to speed it up a little bit, but just
moving quick.
We're moving. We're moving. We're about to be in April.
We're really about to be in April. Like, for real. Like
it's serious.
Today is the 23rd.
Yes.
We in April next Saturday.
I'm trying to tell y'all, this is serious.
It's serious.
This is so serious. And then, just what do you think we should, or maybe what would you do, as we are approaching in April? Like, what does the pre-planning looks like?
Have a check-in with yourself. Have a check-in to look and see, all right, let's see where I am now, because really we're coming on the end of the first quarter of the year. So let's have a check-in and let's see what did I accomplish so far?
Yeah.
What do I need to accomplish? Let's do a 30, 60, 90 day. Let's do a let's write out the plan. Let's do a weekly plan. Let's do a monthly plan. Let's go. First, let's look back at what we accomplished, what we didn't accomplish, what we wanted to accomplish, and then move forward. What do I need to move forward? What do I need to adjust and move forward? And what do I need to just drop and say, okay, that wasn't it, and just pick up something else?
Exactly.
I think it's if we write it out and plan it out and do it out, it becomes easier because it gives you something to follow.
Yeah. No, that's
because we literally going into April. It's literally around the corner.
It really is. I'm looking at my calendar like, wow, I just changed you. And I was a little late on mine. It took me a little minute, actually, right March. And, but it's like, oh, wow. So, So yes, definitely, I like that. I really do. Oh yeah, I was. Anyways, just a little behind the scenes.
Anyways.
But yes, so yes, I like that. The check-in, definitely having that check-in.
Oh yeah,
we are swift
moving.
No, I definitely do like that. And lastly, definitely want to just ask, what are you most proud of leaving the revival? I had to wrap it back over there. I had to go back.
Okay.
In that time.
I'm really most proud of watching my children be revived. It's an amazing feeling. Even the way God used me Friday, but also watching it come from other people outside of us was absolutely amazing to me. And to watch my children receive that which was being given is amazing. And then to watch them, I was able to, because we were coming from here. Pastor had to work, and so he left work. We came here, so we didn't get to service until 7:30, 7:45, 8 o'clock. You know, so service had to start, service had to run, and we were able to walk in with service running, which was great. It was great to be able to watch my leaders lead.
Yeah. Oh yes. Great. Yes.
I love it. And so I said when I left, I said, no, leave the key with the leaders.
Yes.
We don't need the key. Let them have the key so they can open the church. And yes.
Yeah.
Because if we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it together. And I'm realizing even in my with my spiritual children, and I'm also doing it with my natural children, if I'm going to let you lead, I have to let you lead and take my hand off of it.
Yeah.
And so a part of you, the baby will never walk if I always carry. And a part of me now is, I'm not going far, but I'm putting you down and letting you totter a little bit.
Yeah.
So that you can get your footing, so that you can get prepared, and all that stuff to go. And so I think that's where we are now. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm not really ready. Let me say that. I'm not really ready. I think I just had this conversation personally with you. I'm like, I know you're grown, but you're not grown. Like, I'm struggling with you being grown, you know. And so I'm putting you down the walk. Yeah. Don't go too far, you know.
I'm still here.
I'm right here if you need me. I'm walking along with you. But I'm understanding that if you're going to grow, that you can't hold your hand in everything. You have to allow you. If you're going to be a leader, you have to have an opportunity to lead.
Right.
So yeah, I have no problem handing you the cup and backing up. Ain't going too far. No,
yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Most definitely.
I'm struggling, y'all. Y'all pray my strength.
Y'all go ahead and say a prayer right after.
Please do. Please. I even did it with my girls. The girls are wanting to do cheerleading, and they had to fill out the application. I said, I'm not going to fill out the application for you. You do it. And Maya was like, really? I was like, yeah. So she didn't give me too much behind Naomi. Oh, she has been in distress for 2 days.
Yeah, I believe it.
Why can't you just do it for me? I had feeling stuff out myself. I don't know that this is, I mean, she was just like, breathe, child, breathe. It's okay.
Oh,
you know, but learning to let go just a little bit, you know, because after a while, you have to fly. We ain't ready for flying stage yet, but
so go ahead.
I got one that's trying to fly.
Take off.
I'm holding her tail like this. She's like, I'm going. I'm like, yeah, you going, girl. You going. I'm back there like this. I'm holding on tight. I'm like, yes, look at you. You're flying beautifully. I'm right there. I'm sure. Y'all praying for me? I'm not praying.
Ooh, y'all please pray, y'all.
She thinks she's flying though. She really feels the wind is beneath her wings. She is flapping hard, and I'm encouraged. I'm like, yeah, girl, you better flap. I'm right there.
Y'all pray for us. Please pray. Please, I just keep us in your prayers, specifically, Pastor.
Specifically.
Y'all, we have truly enjoyed.
Oh yes, always.
Always. It's always a pleasure.
One more with me.
Yeah.
And I have to run away.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about that. See, now she's trying to hold on to me, but in reality, I'm like, hold on, where you going? Like, what you talking about?
Are you praying for her too?
What are you doing? Like,
somebody pray for her.
You know, but I'm gonna try to get over it. I'm gonna, you know, I'm gonna bring her back.
I'll be back. I tell you, I'm not going far. I'm like right there in the corner.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna bring her back. We gotta dig deeper. I'm gonna have these conversations. So
yeah, absolutely.
Yes, it's definitely been an amazing experience with you on this beautiful rehash. Thursday, Friday Eve. You know,
I think we should go get chips and dip.
Yes.
Not a puppy. Not a puppy.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna, we gotta get a puppy. Y'all, please, what y'all also should be praying about is switching her mind around about the puppy part. So we can get a puppy instead of the chips and dip.
Grandpa.
2 is better than 1. Let me say that in the Bible. Didn't you say that? Anyway, let me not.
We're going to have Bible study when we get over here. We're going directly in the Bible study. Y'all meet us on Zoom for Bible study.
Meet us early. Meet us there. This has been amazing rehash with you guys. Definitely go ahead and get y'all some water.
Yes.
So we get in. It's prayer time.
It's prayer time.
It is. Y'all come with your prayer list.
Yes,
we'll see y'all there.
See you on Zoom. Have a great night.
Great night.